You know, it doesn't matter if you have dogs, cats, birds, horses, or whatever. You want to be sure that they get the right food for their health. And when you're looking for the right food, the place to come to is right here on Tucker Road in Ocean Springs, north of I-10. T&N Feed and Supplies. They've got everything that you need, horse tack, great food, great training devices, and so much more. Let's go in and talk to Cody and find out what they have here at T&N. Now, Cody Tyner is one of the workers here at T&N. How you doing, Cody?
Good. How about you?
Now, you're part of the family, though, too.
Yes, sir.
Scott Tyner is one of the owners.
Yes, sir.
An uncle, your uncle, and his sister, I believe. Tell us about T&N. How long has it been here?
So we started in March of 1989. So actually, next month is going to be 34 years that we've been open. We've been at this location the whole time. We've been in this building for right around 17 years. The original building burned down. Mm-hmm. We had to get it rebuilt. We actually moved over there where the car dealership is at. It used to be an old Chevron.
Yeah.
We moved in there for a year while we rebuilt in here, and we've been doing pretty well in this one.
Now, I mentioned, you know, when it comes to dogs, cats, I know you got bird food. One of my co-workers at the station buys this bird food from y'all, horses and everything else. Well, let's start out talking about dogs. I mean, you've got all kinds of different training things for dogs.
Yes, we have the silent whistles, other whistles that kind of, anybody can hear the other ones, just to get their attention. We have clickers, different little variations of things over here. We have
the chains.
Yeah, the chains, the harnesses. Yep. We have leashes and collars behind us, and we actually have some collars on the Lupine brand. They're guaranteed for life. So if they're even chewed by another dog or by the dog itself, if it somehow gets in touch with it with its mouth, replace it free of charge.
Wow, that's a pretty good deal. Now, I mentioned food. Now, that's one of the things, you know, some people think, well, I'll just go buy any food for my dog, or they say a friend of theirs, their dog eats this food. That's not necessarily the right thing. I mean, you got to get different kind of food for different dogs.
Right. Believe it or not, a lot of dogs actually have issues with chicken, and that's actually one of the most primary ingredients in most dog foods is chicken. So we'll have people come in and tell us, hey, you know, my dog's eating this food and it's constantly itching. Do you have anything different? And I mean, just with any of these, we like the Taste of the Wild brand. We've got roasted bison and venison, salmon, lamb.
Well, I know they like
a bunch of different options to try to help them. Some grain-free, some not grain-free.
And all kinds of medications for them.
Correct. A bunch of different supplements to help them with all kinds of different issues.
Everything to keep them groomed, because that's always important. Oh, you got bear food too. No, I'm just kidding. But you know, for cats, you know, you got all kinds of food for cats.
Yeah, we have I think 4 or 5 different brands of cat food, different sizes of that also.
And then when you have bird food.
Yeah, I'm a little bit limited right now, getting some back orders and stuff, but we have different types of wild bird food. We even have stuff for squirrels. Try to keep it stocked up pretty well, but hit issues here and there. And
of course, you know, out in the warehouse, you got you know, horse feed and everything too. Because, and again, depending on what you're doing with your horse. I mean, if it's a performance horse, you got to get them one type of food. It's just a you know, just every day, just riding around, something else.
Right. Definitely, definitely have performance foods like you said. Other foods that just kind of maintain them, keep them going.
Right.
We also have stuff for cattle. We have stuff for goats, rabbits, chickens, pretty much everything.
Everything. And of course, all kinds of horse tack. Yes. Everything for, you know, your bridles, your bits, depending on what you need, lead ropes, and everything. A lot of training stuff for them.
And supplements for them also.
As we mentioned, if you know, a lot of people like to take care of their own animals as far as when it comes to health things, so you've got plenty of stuff for that.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff for the chickens over here, over the last few years, they've eliminated like the dewormers and the antibiotics that we used to have, but we still have a bunch of different options to kind of try to help them stay healthy.
Rabbit feeders. And
rabbit feeders, bottles.
Poultry waters, insecticides.
This is just a little bit of the insecticides. We have some more on the other aisle also.
Got a lot of stuff in here.
We try. We're a little packed, but We try to keep a little bit of everything.
And of course, whenever it comes to your yard, your garden, this is the time of the year to start working, getting it done.
Exactly the time of year, especially with all the rain we have going on right now. You're going to have fungus growing, so you need fungicides. We're getting really close to spring, so you're definitely going to need insecticides for the yard. And then we also have herbicides and stuff to go ahead and try to start getting a jump on the weeds. They're going to be growing pretty soon.
And seeds, you have some seeds here. Of course, I'm sure you'll get more in.
We will. They just started trickling in. So we're definitely a little empty, but we get an order in every Monday for the next few weeks. Hopefully it'll have some on there.
Pink eye purple hulls. I cannot tell you how many of those that I shelled when I was growing up at my grandma's house.
The very popular seed that we sell.
And plant food too. I mean, not necessarily for vegetables, but for you to have house plants. I mean, it's important to have the right type of nutrition for that.
Correct. And we also, I mean, we don't really have any of it up here, but we do have potting soils, top soils, and things like that. Also fertilizers that you can use on the plants or in the yard. Even got some dye on that little display right there for the ponds with some other things that'll help it.
Of course, you need the tools to work in your garden in the first place, so you got plenty of those.
Yeah, we've got different rakes, different types of rakes, hose. I'm not quite sure what that tool is. Something to get the road dug up better, dug in good. We have different gloves, so you don't get blisters on your hands while digging, on doing all that.
Yeah.
Got different replacement handles in case you break something while you're in the middle of a job.
Right. Post hole diggers.
Post hole diggers. Got little nuts and bolts. Not a lot behind him, but.
And then of course you got some hand tools along here.
Yeah, we have some screwdrivers, hammers, files if you have any blades or anything that are getting a little dull. Kind of help you get them back up before you have to buy another part.
Right.
Pliers, different types of those, snips, drill bits.
Paintbrushes, caulk, and of course, you know, stuff for
extension cords. We even have chainsaw replacement.
Chains?
Yeah, chains. I was going to say
the
links.
The links.
The links, yeah. Couldn't think of the word.
What hours are y'all open?
Monday through Friday is going to be 8 to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays are going to be 8 to 3, and then we're closed on Sundays.
So closed on Sundays, and again, I mean, we didn't even show you everything that they have here, but I mean, it's just like a candy store for us country folks. We love that kind of stuff. Anyway, they're located on Tucker Road, or if you take exit 50 off of the Ocean Springs, or take I-10 exit, go north about a quarter of a mile. You'll find it on the right-hand side. TNN Feed and Pet Supply.